The Lost City is a romantic comedy with some action-adventure elements starring Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. Not to be confused with the 2019 hit film Dora the Explorer and the Lost City of Gold. Just in case you got confused or something. The movie follows a romance novelist as she gets kidnapped by an evil bearded Harry Potter and is taken to an island to look for a long-lost treasure, as her cover model follows close behind, trying to prove that he's more than just a model and can actually be an action hero. So this movie is interesting. It's a very interesting case that I haven't really experienced before, because it's an entertaining movie. I was entertained and it's amusing, the jokes are amusing and such, but as a romance comedy, the comedy part, I don't know what it is. Objectively, I know comedy is subjective and such, but I feel objectively it has the right energy. The jokes are well written, and I think the actors do a great job at delivering these jokes, but I don't know if there's something up with the editing or directing that just makes it fall flatter than they should, because I feel like in another movie these type of jokes and little character interactions would pop more and be much more gut busting laughing, get some more big laughs out of me. But this may be a rare case where it's not the performances or even the writing, it's the directing and the atmosphere the direction takes, or maybe even the editing ruins it. I don't understand. It's very peculiar.
Another reason playing into this whole situation is probably because I went in the theater all by myself, except for a random couple and some old people that came in that thought it was going to be a cute little movie, and then they see Channing Tatum's butt naked. So I had a pretty awkward audience to experience the movie with, since there was a lot of awkward silences and the occasional
Wasn't that cute? They joked about sex, Margaret.
So that's definitely a factor as well.
Because it's a fun movie. Action adventure parts that happen. Brad Pitt shows up for a bit as this actual action hero type person. His scenes are really smooth, and it feels like a good, nice little action movie. And the adventure aspects are pretty fun to watch and stuff, but it's just something with the comedy. I can't put a finger on it.
Margaret, did you hear that? The Tatum boy is a feminist. How peculiar. Ha ha ha.
Standouts for me personally is, as previously stated, Brad Pitt's in the movie as this action hero type guy. His scenes are great as he's action-packed and has this more he has this dry delivery that goes really well with Channing Tatum's more hyper antsy type. We're off in the jungle. I can take people out. I want to be an action hero type, character he's portraying. And then Daniel Radcliffe as the villain. He's funny because he's a maniacal villain. He doesn't seem that way right away, but as the movie progresses, you see that slow descent, and he reveals more of his maniac tendencies. But he's trying to be polite the whole time and be well-mannered and stuff, which is pretty hilarious. I thought he was a joy to watch on the big screen, and it's a bearded Harry Potter, which is interesting. Sandra Bullock does a good job as well. The thing that took away from her performance is her character's really reserved at the beginning, and so her jokes are really meandery. I felt, with her and Channing Tatum, I felt there's a lot of it definitely felt like improv, but they dragged a lot of jokes out that I felt weren't as funny as they thought they were. There'd be a lot of slow, muttering, just words, trying to squeeze more out of the joke. And there's some nice chemistry and touching moments between Tatum and Bullock, as Bullock's character is trying to figure out that she needs to stop living in the past and, go out and not be scared to live anymore, and being a reclusive writer and go out and go on her own adventures. And Channing Tatum's learning to become more, trying to reach some type of potential and trying to be more than he thinks he is. I really like that they changed up the romantic comedy stereotype of the best friend, because this best friend that's also the manager actually has a lot to do in the movie. As in, she's the B plot. She's actively trying to rescue Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum's characters. She really takes charge and actually has a depth to her and some backstory with her Nana and stuff. It's nice having more depth to a character like that, instead of just having her being a dumb friend or a overly sassy friend. Oh, and then Oscar from The Office shows up for a few moments, for a few scenes, and he's entertaining. He plays a really eccentric character, but again, it's with some of his bits, I don't know if it's just the editing, or maybe that time it was delivery. I don't know. It's just something's off with the comedy where it's amusing enough, but it doesn't it doesn't explode. It's not it doesn't have a punch to it as much as they could have, in my opinion. So there's entertaining moments, exotic locations, some good adventure bits, and some actual good action scenes, some interestingly funny action scenes. But I'd have to say that this is more of a movie you'd want to catch on Netflix, or whenever it comes to streaming or digital or on DVD. or to rent it or something. I don't see many reasons except for like the big exotic locations and some of the action scenes to see it in theaters. But I mean, it's still like, it's amusing, it's entertaining enough where I can't say you shouldn't go see it, because it is an entertaining movie, and I would watch it again if I had to. That sounds like it's really bad. Oh gosh. No, I would watch it again with my girlfriend or something, but I'd have to give it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, maybe even a 5.5. I don't know. There's just, it's amusing. Some of the jokes are pretty, you know, they're funny. There's just something off with it for me. I don't know why.
The goat goes bah, Margaret. The goat goes bah. Margaret? Margaret, did you fall asleep during the movie again? What? Who are you?
Ah, you're finally paying attention. Well, sir, while you were watching the movie, it seems that your elderly wife has fallen into a state of cardiac arrest from mild humor.
No, impossible. The movie was cute. The guy's talking to the goat, Margaret. The goat goes bah. The guy goes bah. The goat goes bah, Margaret. The goat goes bah. Hey, you.
Yeah?
Are you some type of reviewer?
That's an oddly specific assumption, but yeah, I am actually.
Then come here.
What are you doing?
Now listen here, boy. Whatever you do, this movie was not funny.
But you were laughing the whole time and making me feel, uncomfy.
The humor didn't land, you hear?
I hate to break it to you, old man, but you got like wrinkly old guy fingers, so you can't really threaten me.
Listen here, bucko. These fingers served in Cancun and can really make a mess of a man.
Oh, okay, I get it. I won't do it. Good review.
I'm glad we came to an agreement. Margaret, the goats!
But yeah, that's my rating of The Lost City. Check it out if you want to see a movie in the theater and want to have a date night. You can go and see that. Maybe you'll find it more funnier than me, because comedy really is a super subjective thing. So for all I know, it's the funniest movie you'll ever see.